All right, dude, we got suppressor cleaning stuff. What's up with this?
Yes, we do. This is awesome. Um, Recently, we've brought some new partners into our company, and we decided about 8 months ago, I got with my buddy. I said, I want to do a suppressor cleaner because this seems to be the rage. Everybody has these soaking tanks and they take forever and they probably work good.
A lot of cans nowadays, they don't come apart. I've noticed. It's weird. It went from like the early days of you couldn't take a can apart to all the modular to like, it seems like we're going back to, especially with 3D printing, I think. Like you can't take them apart again. It's weird.
And that's what we were trying to do, is do these for those sealed cans.
Yeah.
Is what this does. And if you want real quick, we'll explain. This is one with and it runs with Aegis solvent cleaner in it.
Oh, really?
We run it in. Yes.
Okay.
That's what we're running it with, and that's what it comes with. This one right here we'll turn it on. That's what it looks like with a full tank. There'll be a suppressor in there.
You're sure we're not enriching plutonium or something here? Because it's kind of what it looks like. Just saying.
We might have a deal with the foreign government, so shh.
Right.
Quiet.
Right. Right.
And then we've got this one just a little bit so you can actually see what water's going to come out of that tube, and so you can look at.
So this is just a clear version of this.
Yeah, it's the same tank. That's what's in here.
Oh, okay.
And you turn it on at 45 psi, about 4 gallons per minute.
Holy moly!
It's spraying out into the inside of your suppressor, setting over that.
Now, is there any heat to it?
No, there's no heat.
Okay.
We've got asked that question a lot. We might have to do that someday.
Yeah.
But no, right now there's no heat.
You know, I've never, obviously I use the solvent in the lube and have for years, but I've never thought about applying heat. I've never done it. Have y'all ever tested the stuff with applying heat? Does it work better?
Well, with my old company when I talked that you know about, our tanks were heated.
Oh, yeah.
When we cleaned in those, they were heated.
And it seemed to work a little better that way? Or?
I think it gave it a little bit of an advantage. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of depends on how dirty things are.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say it didn't help, but
how long it's caked on there, so forth and so on. Yeah. If you use regular, cleaning intervals, probably.
Well, that's just it. Like with this, when we get fully on the market, our thing is we're going to tell people, if you want to keep your suppressor clean, don't shoot 10, 15,000 rounds and clean it. Every 1,000 rounds, buy one of our machines and throw it in there.
Yeah, run it through there real quick.
So it'll take 20 minutes.
That's
15.
what I was going to say. About how long is it tend to stay in?
Some of the testing we've done, if it's several hundred rounds, 1,000 rounds, 15, 20 minutes, it's going to be clean. I cleaned one in a gun store friend of ours in Boise, Idaho, where we're from. He hadn't cleaned that suppressor over 30,000 rounds.
Wow.
And I ran it for 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And then when some other stuff came up, we had to stop. But we got about 70-75% clean after 30,000 rounds in like 50-55 minutes, which I was really happy with. And the store owner, Rob, that's his store, he was just amazed. He was like, that's cool, dude.
Yeah, right.
Because you know how much scrubbing I would have done on it? I said, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of what we think is drop it in there, let it soak for 10-15 minutes, run it for 15, pull it out, run a brush through it, and then run it on intervals, 10-15 intervals if you need more.
Well, it's exciting because I think I've asked you before about the heat thing and acquiring the solvent in a quantity to run in a sonic cleaner.
Yes.
Because I have sealed suppressors. So that's why I wanted to get by here and take a look at these, because this is something I've asked you in the past. I'm glad you finally took my advice and my hint.
We finally listened to Clover.
Finally. But so...
Well, you know how this started, though? I was sitting one day and I thought, what would Clover do?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And this is where we ended up.
Yeah. Spend a bunch of money. That's what I would do. So as far as the lifespan of the solvent, there's so many hours. I know it's going to depend on how dirty things are.
Going by this is an educated guess, just by going by my previous experience with ultrasonics and all the other stuff where we had this, which you know all about, or what I did before. Because we used to do over 100 guns before that.
Right.
I'm thinking about how dirty they are. We should be able to get at least 40 to 50 guns.
Oh, wow.
I think. That's what suppressors. I'm pretty sure we should be able to get that many.
Right.
I have one of these at my house in Idaho that I've been doing, and I've probably cleaned 10 to 15 suppressors in it, just testing, evaluating, and it hasn't affected the clean of solvent at all.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking 40, 50 at least.
Yeah.
If not more.
That's pretty good.
And if you clean it every 1,000 rounds,
that's not bad. Yeah.
You're probably not going to get it real dirty, so it might even last longer.
Right. Real quick, we need to shout out our friends over at MTM Case Guard. Now, they've been making outdoor-related products in the USA for a very long time now, and you're probably already familiar with all their great ammunition storage solutions. A couple of the products that I particularly enjoy are their bow cases, both the compound as well as the recurve. perfect for transport or travel. And you have probably already seen the K-Zone shooting rest used a lot here on the channel, which is a great lightweight option that works well with both long guns as well as handguns. So go show them some love if you get a chance. mtmcaseguard.com. Now, as far as the price points and things like that, is this going to be something more for a shop, or that the average enthusiast is going to be able to pick one up, or what? How's the availability going to be?
What we're trying to do is we're trying to develop something that is very efficient, does what it does. We can make money on it because we're not a nonprofit. Exactly. We need to have a good margin on it.
Capitalism, baby.
Yes. But we want to price it to where the average Joe can buy one. So right now it looks like our pricing, if all of our pricing that we've gotten from vendors and stuff to put these together and build them stays kind of what it is, we're looking the $350, $400 range.
That's not bad. I mean, a sonic cleaner, a good sonic cleaner is going to run you that at least.
Ours were $8,000.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but I'm talking about entry level.
Yeah, but still several $100s to $1,000.
I'm thinking of the little Lyman tank. Yeah, starting out, things like that are $300-$400. So
no. And if you want a good one, like I said, a top dollar ultrasonic tank, you're at $8,000.
Well, and you could also, I guess, if you had one, right? If you picked up one of these, I guess you could also just tell people at your local range and at your place of work, hey, you need your suppressors clean, $10, man, $10.
Well, see, that's another thing is we're trying to go to the retailers, the gun stores, other people like that and get them to and to retail. And not only suppressors, since I've had one at my house now, since Mike got these put together for us and got one sent to me in Idaho, I've cleaned barrels of my pistols, put them over, it cleans the barrels are good, slides from my pistols, the slide will fit right over the top of them. I haven't been able to fit a frame in one. I can't get the frame in there, and I've tried.
Right, yeah.
I'm still working on that,
I guess it depends on what you would...
how big, a small frame gun, we could probably get in there.
Probably get it in there, yeah.
Like the 380s you carry, I might be able to get one of those in there.
Probably could, yeah.
So...
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
But we're working every day to figure out what we can all clean in it.
Right, right. Now you mentioned the sourcing everything, the materials, and what, I mean, these going to be made in the U.S. or...
Unfortunately, they'll probably be assembled in the U.S.
Assembled, yeah.
Because...
A lot of the components probably aren't made here, are they?
Well, some of them aren't. You have to get more, and some of them. Try to be nice about this.
Are just too expensive.
Too expensive. Some of the American manufacturers we got
just say it, man.
Are like, well, we've had a few, and I'm not going to point anybody out. We had a few components that overseas compared to U.S. manufacturer were 10 or 15 times higher.
Wow, that's bad. And, that affects the cost of the product. So, I mean, as long as you're doing the testing, and I know you well enough to know that you are, as long as you're doing the testing and you know that the parts that you do outsource are quality, they're going to hold up, they're going to work.
And the products that
it ends up being a lower cost in the end for the end user. So that's
and the actual product doing the work is made in America.
Right.
That's Aegis products. It's here.
Yeah. The machine itself is a delivery system for the product that actually does the job.
Yeah, exactly.
That's basically what's going on.
You're right.
Yeah.
And it looks like we were just talking about, Mike and I were just talking about that this morning. We're probably there will be assembled in America.
Yeah.
We'll probably everything and we'll put them together in either Texas or in Idaho. Probably Idaho, I'd imagine, is where we end up.
Right.
Doing a facility, put them
together.
together.
Right.
But thanks, bud.
Always a pleasure.
No, it's always a pleasure.
Cool stuff.